Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant, what's the latest?
Well, basically, we're trying to represent people who have been hurt, then talk to them before they talk to an adjuster. One of the key points is to make sure you know what your rights are before you start talking to the insurance company, and they start asking you questions or they try to settle your case early and cheap.
Well, what's interesting to me is, a lot of people have fear of attorneys. It makes them very uncomfortable. They get nervous about it. What should I do? I've known Michael for years and years now, and I would highly recommend you. So that should be good enough for everybody, because I don't endorse people who are dirtbags.
Well, I appreciate that. But I guess the key is people think I'll charge them if I talk to them.
Right.
So a lot of people call me up. It's like, how much is this going to cost if you call me back? Like, you want me to call you back? How much will that cost? I don't charge people. The only way I get paid is if we recover, if we get money from the other side. And there's a lot of people I talk to that I never get paid for that are just part of giving them advice to make sure they know what they can do and what their rights are.
And your record's terrific as well, we should point out.
Well, it works. It's been good.
It's been good, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been good.
And how do they contact you?
And either through our website, which is minnesotapersonalinjury.com, minnesotapersonalinjury.com, or at 800-770-7008.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. Walzer Automotive Group started in Minnesota over 60 years ago. Most people know something about the Walzer way. Upfront, no haggle pricing, work with one person from start to finish, or the free lifetime powertrain warranty on most vehicles sold in Minnesota. What you might not know is they are the only automotive group that is a member of the Keystone Club. They join such great Minnesota companies as General Mills, Target, Cargill, the Twins, Wolves, and Vikings in pledging 5% pre-tax profits to local charities. It's a great example of their core values. Do the right thing, display positive energy, be open-minded, and lead by example. So if you're in the market for a new or used car, check out Walzer.com or stop into one of their dealerships. Please don't say, "Tell them Tommy sent you," because it sounds fake, and I hate it. Walzer Automotive Group, Walzer.com. And nothing you say to me that I've heard is wrong.
No. It's not that you say it's wrong. It's like people don't agree. If people don't agree with it,
they hate it.
The problem with the culture now is everybody's like, you should be able to say what you want, but people have to agree with what you're saying.
Exactly.
So that's
like exactly it first. Right.
That's it. Oh, I gotta like what you're saying, and then I'll support it. But it's like I don't care. Like I was telling her, I just want to work.
Yep,
I have kids, so I just want to work. You know what I mean? But the hustle and the grind, there's a politics behind it. Like I don't like. That's gonna sound. I don't like money.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't like what money does. You know what I mean?
You gotta have money, but you don't like it. I understand what you're saying.
It's a tree. You cut down a tree, you turn it into a piece of paper, you printed something on it, and you told people this is more valuable than the life that you live.
Yep. Money changes everything with the way people look at you too.
They do.
If they find out you have money, they don't treat you the same.
No.
It's terrible.
No.
Oh man, we gotta go.
I had fun, man.
Come back. So I had a ball talking to you. So I gotta get a hold of your number so we can call you once in a while and get your viewpoint on
I would love to come back on, man.
It's fantastic.
I had a great time. You got a laid back you had a laid back style, man.
That's not his normal style.
Today, that's what I'm like. Today, I don't know what it is.
He's calmer today.
He's smooth.
He's lost the weight. He's calmer.
He's smooth whiskey.
He's a mess.
Or maybe he's a mess.
Captain's not really nice, Sean. Captain's not here. Maybe you're coming. Yeah, that's right, Captain. My wife's not here to drive me crazy.
That might be what it is, because she be sitting here.
It could be. Right. No, I just when I talked to you this morning on the morning show, everything we talked about I really liked, and I went, this is going to be a really interesting hour. So I was already kind of relaxed about it, going, this is, I could learn something. Whenever I can learn something, I really like that.
I like people I can learn from.
Absolutely.
And it sounds mean because people are like, you don't like to hang around so-and-so? He don't know nothing. I'm just saying, that's what a relationship, like if you're married to somebody, like that's why I'm not married yet, because I haven't found anyone that I feel like is going to be a constant growth situation. Like, if I can't get nothing from you, not sexually or anything, but like, I need you to go out and learn something. And then you need to come back and tell me. And I'm going to go out and learn something, and I'm going to come back and tell you. And then we're going to be able to help each other. But if you just sit there and be like, what did you do today? I'm like, what did you do today?
It's true.
What did you learn? Did you read a book? Have you read this week?
Have you read this week?
This month?
There's so many things I want to bring up, and man, it's unbelievable. Well, thank you for being here. Unbelievable. Tonight, 2 shows. Tomorrow night, 2 shows. Sunday.
How long you been married?
Going for those?
34 years.
You enjoy it?
It's all
I
across the
adore
board.
my
I
wife.
think roughly
I
30.
love my wife.
After
I'm not
taxes
afraid to
and
tell anybody
everything.
that.
Opens
I
for tomorrow night.
adore my
Yeah,
wife.
okay.
She's great.
That's great, man.
on down.
She's a
doll.
She will defend me. I mean, if people go after me, she will light them up like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
The cool part is you have, I hate this term ride or die because it sounds so, I don't know, culturist. Yeah, it's
Sounds so
right,
ghetto.
right. But you have somebody who believes in you,
I think they call
that
it
supports
urban
you, or
now.
whatever. And not because she just loves you, because you're right. If you were wrong, I believe she would be like,
Right.
you're
She
wrong.
tells him when
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my
She
sister
disagrees.
do.
Yeah,
She
she will
does.
tell me I'm
About
wrong. Yeah, she will tell me when I'm wrong. That's for sure.
I've never been married before. Because I look at it like this. I have a backpack. I use the analogy of a backpack. I got 2 backpacks, one for me and one for the person that I'm gonna spend my life with. And I have this backpack that I want to give to somebody because life is a journey. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna walk down this path. I've never been down this road before. We need to do it together. I haven't found anybody I want to give my backpack to yet.
You got 10 more minutes.
To go where?
Well, just to be here. Can we go 10 more minutes and
doesn't
then
want
just
the
cut the
backpack.
last thing and
He
make
wants
this the
you to stay
first?
on the show.
To find,
I want you to stay on the show for one more segment. We'll just cut it out later, so we'll go to 30 minutes here. If you can do that,
I'm fine.
11
I don't have
minutes.
anything to do. 'Cause
I think
I've
it's
been
one-
trapped in the mall for 2 days.
Now, here's what I wanted to run by everybody in this room. There's a university in England that no longer allows anybody on campus to say, as you know. Did you know about this?
Oh, what?
That you cannot say, as you know, on campus.
As you
because
know.
students say, well, you make me feel terrible. You make me feel ignorant because what if I don't know? If you say, as you know, I got to say, no, well, I don't know. Well, that's how you learn things.
Yeah.
If you
Right.
don't know yet, you can
As
teach
you
me. You
know?
can teach me. All of you can. They will not.
You cannot
allow-
say it?
You cannot say. Where was that, Andy? It was in England.
I have no idea what you're
Would you
talking about.
look it up? It was at University of England. But you cannot say "as you know" on campus. It's
That's ridiculous.
It's terrible.
That's ridiculous.
I have a friend. I don't know if you know Dana Arms yet or not, but he's an orthopedic surgeon.
Oh, of course,
He's a
yeah.
doctor. Dana's a great guy. He's a great guy, and he was telling me about like my hands are all bent up. That it's a thing called Peyronie's disease, but I didn't know that's what it was. Right? So he said, well, as you know, there are ways to treat it. And I said, well, actually, I don't know, but you have the knowledge, and I'd love to learn
Yeah.
about this.
First of all, I didn't know I had it until you told me I had it.
Exactly.
So
I
as
didn't
you
have
know
the
with that
knowledge.
disease, no, I didn't know.
It's true.
I just found out it was a disease the moment you told me. When
Yeah,
I
I know. So that's the whole thing. Did you find anything, Andy?
It's Bath University.
It's Bath University. That's exactly right. So read the story very quickly, if you would. Or not very quickly, but as much as you want.
Well, it looks like the lecturers are supposed to not say it.
Oh, I thought they didn't want the students to say it either.
No.
Always
But it's
moved on.
because
I
they
mean,
get
regardless,
mad
that's
because
not
they
right.
don't know it.
Yep.
See, my grandfather taught me that way, though. If you don't know something, you don't say I don't know, but you say I'm not sure, and you're gonna find out. You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
And that's the
I'd
way
like to gain the
learn,
knowledge. I'd
so
like
that
to
you
gain
can
some
get it.
knowledge.
So
That would be great.
That's the opposite of what.
as
would
you
believe.
know.
But usually when people say that, they say it in a way that they kind of got their slant on what it
First
is.
of all,
It's
you
not
can't
really-
even say as you know in a very condescending way. It's not.
That's
it's,
what I was gonna say.
It's like
Yeah.
as
How
you
are you
know,
condescending
cheese
saying
does cause something or whatever. Like
He was trying to invent some cheese cause.
yeah,
I saw that.
everything causes something. Yeah, constipation. If you get it from the
Oh,
government.
listen to you back there, expert on constipation.
Tom,
I am 56.
Tom, your followers.
Oh, my God. One of my favorite people in the world is here.
Oh, wow.
Andy Kindler.
Wow.
See? I wasn't going to tell him. That's why I wanted him to stay.
Look how that works.
How many years has it been? I don't know. Let's don't worry about it.
Andy Kindler.
I
Honest to
worry about it
God.
because I'm old.
Well, we both are.
I should get out of here, right?
No.
True story. True story.
How's it going?
Do you mind if he sits there? Dana? Thank you very much.
Andy,
Very
come
kind.
on, come on.
Andy, come and sit over here.
No, you.
No.
I'm about to tell a story about you.
It's
Come on.
fine. You're good. I'm good.
I'm about to tell a story about
She
you.
doesn't want to talk anyway, so, you know. yeah.
Dana's a very nice person. Far too nice for shy.
I can't operate the board.
When I say purist, when I was talking earlier about
Yep,
purists in
yep,
comedy, that's a purist.
Yeah.
Andy and I have been
Purist.
very good friends for about 25
When I say
years.
funny,
Oh, he's the funniest man on earth.
brilliant,
Yep.
yes, talking about you.
Now I have to do Shakespeare
Well, see,
material.
that worked out.
He was a judge. He was a judge on Last Comic Standing,
Yep.
and
remember.
I didn't want to do it. But when I found out that he was a part of it, I was like, I'll do it because I didn't think that he would be a part of something that was crummy.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean? And then it was rest in peace. Greg Giraldo was on there, and they had Natasha Leggero was the other judge at the time, which we had an issue with because we were like, she wasn't a name at the time to where she should have been able to be in a position to judge comedy. We felt like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what
but
you're saying.
Andy was. I like if Andy used to do this thing. He does it. Do you still do it? The address?
Yeah, I'm doing it next week.
He does this thing called the industry.
State of the industry.
State of the industry, and he just goes on stage and he just like rips the industry.
Not you.
No,
That's really hard to
You know,
believe.
like things like Jay Leno has a car that runs on the energy of all the people's dreams he's crushed.
The year I went, I was like, you ever see somebody, you like, man, that person is so great. I hope they get whatever they want. Like, because you like happy for him.
Yep.
He went on, the year I went was in 2006. And this was during the time when Dane Cook was like, Cook could do no wrong.
Yeah.
And he broke down Dane Cook's whole entire act, his success and everything. And when I say it was the most brilliant, hard to watch thing because it was honest and it was funny. But Barry Katz, Dane's manager at the time, was in the room watching it.
Oh, I never. Was it at the speech I did it?
Yeah.
Because I used to do that thing about. You ever go to the beach where there are items and the sand goes to the bring and all those words that he would just.
Because I made a joke about it because people thought I was hating on Dane Cook, but then when I saw him do it, because Dane Cook, no disrespect, he made it. However you make it, you make it. Yeah, he was he was original at what he did, even though what he did was not great.
I would agree.
I love that. That's a pretty good. I like that's a good slam.
Yeah,
he did what he did. It just wasn't good.
It just wasn't good.
That there were no comedians who specifically catered toward like 15-year-old boys and was like, "There's a niche market."
But the problem I had with Dane was he would do this. I'm walking over to the refrigerator. I'm putting my left foot in front of my right foot to get to the refrigerator. I meandered over. Like he would say the same thing like 5 different times
in the living room area of the house.
Yes. And then it was like, if you were only allowed to say it one way, his act would be like 5 minutes.
Well, yeah.
If he was only allowed to
his whole
say
thing is repeating
something,
himself.
if he was allowed to repeat himself, his act would be literally 10 minutes, his whole career.
I love that.
His whole career.
His whole career would be a 10-minute act.
So here's the deal. About 25 years ago, this friend of mine says, you got to see this video of this guy named Andy Kindler. I was like, what? You remember that hour you did? When you were talking about round up the Jews.
Oh no, that was the HBO Young Comedian special.
Yeah,
there
you go. And that was about 25 years ago, wasn't it?
I think it's exactly 25 years ago.
So I sit down and I watch this guy because I'd never seen him before, and I'm watching him. I go, good God, this guy's incredibly good, right? Then about maybe a year later, you were in town and he came in, and we just hit it off like this. Well, first of all, I suppose if you're heaping adoration on someone, they're going to like you. You know, that whole deal you did with your aunt, your mom.
Adzi, you live in California. This actually, my mother said this to me years ago. She's sitting in a restaurant in California, and she goes, Adzi, you live in California. How are the fajitas? It was like in Marin County. I'll never forget it. We were sitting in Sausalito, and she was reading from the guidebook. Sausalito, north of the Golden Gate Bridge, nestled in lovely Marin County.
Do you live in the valley?
I do now.
But you took a picture of a couch or something.
Yes, yeah. Or is it the mattresses or the couch?
Yeah, it was in Sherman Oaks. It was like on Woodman and like Magnolia. I lived down the street, and I saw your Twitter feed, and I was like, what is he doing? Like, is he like just taking pictures of our neighborhood and posting it? I was dying laughing.
I'm on Kester. Just north of Ventura.
I'm with Woodman and Sherman Way.
Oh, we have to do
This
stuff.
is so exciting.
Yeah,
this
let's
is
hang out.
great.
Let's go take pictures.
This is wonderful.
Let's go take pictures of street furniture.
I don't think I've seen you since last Comic Standing. Right?
I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Whoa.
But you're working though.
Not in comedy.
This is why I love doing this afternoon.
Did you look at the homeowner's insurance that I sent you last night? Are you going to go for it?
Yeah, I'll pick it up. It'll be wonderful.
What do you? Is that your hustle now?
Let's get that out.
There have been so many meaningful moments in my friendship with Andy Kindler. Like, you know, he had a very sad moment happen to him a couple of years ago. When you came in and you gave me that big hug and you had a tear in your eye, it was man, it meant so much to me. It was unbelievable.
Him liking me made me
Doesn't
like.
it make you? Yeah, you're right.
Him
You're
liking
right.
me made me like doing the show. Because I didn't want to do
Yep.
Barry Katz.
I can understand that. I mean, I definitely can understand because I wasn't even didn't even want to. I was always making fun of that show, so I didn't even.
I made fun of it.
I didn't even want to judge, and then all of a sudden, I was broke.
And then
But they did say they weren't going to do any shenanigans.
they didn't do the house stuff. I said I wouldn't do it if you do the house. I'm not coming on if you do the house. I didn't want to do all these challenges or anything like that. We can just go on stage, tell jokes. That's it, and you judge whatever. Even though I don't think comedy should be a competition like that
No, I
or whatever.
understand. Yeah, I
but at the
understand.
time, just like Andy, I was broke. And I was like, I guess I'll go do this. And then I saw him, and I was like, it can't be that bad.
And
you
a
know?
good batch of comics in general.
It was.
a great James Adomian that year.
I love James Adomian.
Yeah.
Roy Wood Jr. came out of that.
Yeah,
Tommy
Roy Wood
Jonigan. Tommy Jonigan. We had a good.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad. Lori Kilmartin.
Lori Kilmartin was there.
Yeah.
Love her too. She was just on about a month ago.
Mike
Really great
DiStefano.
He passed
Rest
away.
in peace.
soon,
Rest
yeah.
in peace. Yeah. So
Well, that's the way to cheer everybody up.
Well, no, it's a fame. People die though. I just want to let you know
They
that.
do. I wasn't sure about. Oh wait, about a minute. I got to take a break. I would, if you got time, I would love to hear you guys talk some more because it's the real business. People don't get to hear this stuff ever.
Let me check my schedule.
you got a whole.
I think I can. I think I can do it.
If you
You
don't
got a
mind,
whole
I'd
insurance
love
meeting.
to. We got to get JB a chair though. We can't have JB standing up, otherwise they're going to be calling me a racist again. Why you always make? Because they look out the window and see the black man standing up at the end of the table. I'm going to get roasted.
You can tell them because
See?
I was late.
Yeah,
Then you feel a stereotype. We lose it either way it go.
But I was late because I was working.
Oh, okay, then there it is.
Were you working really?
Now you fixed it.
Yes, it did.
No, this ought to be unbelievable. We'll just take a quick break. We'll come back. We already took the break for the top, Andy, because you're just going to edit this part out, right? Or edit it back in.
Yeah.
So we'll just take a 2-minute break right here. Do you want to do your spot live?
I don't care. We don't need to. This is
come
great
on,
stuff.
do it live.
This is great
You
stuff.
wanna do it
Don't worry
live.
about it.
Your enthusiasm.
How about
about
we do this?
is
Okay,
killing.
I'll
This
lead
is
the
good
spot.
stuff.
Oh, okay, all right.
I really
Oh,
like
this
this,
is-
you know?
Yeah, you
I went
never
to
get to
see
hear
him
something.
last time he was in town. You know, he was good stuff.
Where are you? Are you Acme?
Yeah, I've been at Acme since the early. Well, no, not the
Actually,
early
I've seen
'90s,
you
like
twice
2000,
now.
since
Yeah.
2000.
All right, we'll take a break. Come right back in 2 minutes. We're going to hear more. Everybody's appearing tonight, and tomorrow night it's going to be wonderful.
I might go see.
California.
I might go see Andy's show.
So you're just going to take the night off. Go see Andy's show.
Your show. Where are these?
I get to watch the show you're going to put on. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. Tom Barnard
How are
Show.
you doing?
If you are a homeowner, you do not want to miss this free event.
We are hosting a free seller workshop where we are going to teach you how to net between $30,000 to $60,000 more on your home sale. Plus, we are going to share our proven systems that will instantly put the control back in your corner.
Guarantee yourself the results you deserve when it comes time to sell your house.
Our exclusive workshop will be sold out shortly, so call now to secure your free ticket by calling 763-401-SOLD or by visiting sellerworkshop.com.
This free seller workshop will be held the week of August 6th. The last workshop sold out very fast, so hurry and call Chris Lindahl Real Estate today to save your free ticket.
So call now, 763-401-SOLD or visit sellerworkshop.com for times, locations, and to secure your free ticket.
Okay, you know how it works. I don't promote people that aren't the real deal or don't do the right thing. This is not a bare bones situation at all.
And the best part is it's free.
It's Tom telling you how easy it's been to lose weight at Nutrimost Twin Cities in Plymouth with their weight loss plan. I'm down 77 pounds, and in a couple of weeks I'll do one more round to shed the rest of my unwanted pounds. Find out how to have success losing weight like I did by attending the Nutrimost Twin Cities in Plymouth free informational dinner. It's on Monday, July 23rd at 6 p.m. at Jake's in Plymouth. I'll see you there. That extra baggage melts away really fast, and one of the best parts is it's just so easy. I am never hungry. Nutrimost Twin Cities in Plymouth has educated me on clean eating, and I now know the foods that work for me and the weight gain trigger foods, too. That's important. Nutrimost Twin Cities in Plymouth will guarantee that you'll lose 20 pounds or more in just 40 days. Nutrimost Twin Cities in Plymouth has helped me change my life, and they can help you, too. Register for the Nutrimost Twin Cities in Plymouth dinner on July 23rd. Just call 763-333-7337. That's 763-333-7337.
Recording.
We are recording. About half the people in this room now have shows tonight and tomorrow. It was so great because I asked him to stay, but I didn't tell him you were coming in. On the chance that you did know one another, because this never happened.
This is a great treat, man.
I love it.
It really was. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah, probably 9 or I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember years anymore.
2010.
Yeah, so at least, what is that?
8, 9.
While I was getting that chair for JB, I received a message from a listener to the KQ Morning Show saying, please tell Andy Kindler not to drink Red Bull because I saw him last night.
Red Bull.
Yeah.
They said you were all whipped up.
I was whipped up last night. I was having a little. I couldn't get my mind together, but someone kept saying more Red Bull. They were like suggesting it to me.
Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah. I was a little all over. I was a little all over the map. Have you ever seen me?
Yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen it. Well, you have to remember last time I saw you live, that guy was drunk as hell in the front row.
Oh yeah.
God. This was so great, and I won't say it's not a big deal because the guy was just way out of line. But Andy held up his Red Bull and he was talking about every time I drink Red Bull, I want to kill myself. And the guy says, sitting like from me to him, because Acme, the chair right up against the stage. He goes, "Well, why don't you?"
Wow.
And Andy goes, "What?" He goes, "Why don't you kill yourself?" So Andy he's looking for me and Fitz, because Fitz is like 6'6" and weighs about 380. So he's like, "Where are the guys?" But they did a nice job. They cleared that guy out immediately.
Man,
what a jerk.
That's dark.
I swear to God, I blocked that out.
You don't remember?
I blocked it out.
Never,
I think I do remember it.
Then.
Yeah, I think I do.
Oh, it was unbelievable. The guy was such a jerk. And then, for some reason, the guy's standing outside the comedy.
Yeah.
Waiting.
And I had to go out, and then I had to calm him down because he started threatening the people were coming out. What are you looking at? The hell are you looking at?
Did you stay and watch Andy's show? Whatever.
What a night.
One time in Philadelphia, I got heckled really bad, and then the guy hated me, and he stood outside as the people were coming into the second show and said, "Yeah, go in there if you want to hear Holocaust material. Sure, sure. You want to hear and talk about Hitler for an hour? Sure." I was like,
if you want to talk about
you gotta appreciate it because that's the original Yelp.
Yeah,
that's right.
That Yelp, I love Yelp. Like they rate ATM machines. The Wells Fargo ATM on 6th, it's a little bit low, and the card goes in slow.
Well, Bar La Grassa, the place that we're involved in, we ate there. Remember that?
I ate there last night from Lewis Lee, and we thought we saw your car. We saw your car as we were leaving.
Well, I wish you would have come look for me because I was there last. I didn't know you were there.
You must have just pulled up, and then I love that restaurant.
How much eggs and lobster did you eat last night?
A lot.
And I took food home.
That's good stuff.
Did you really?
Do you
Yeah,
have any
because
eggs
Lewis
and
didn't.
lobster?
What did you take home? I took home a whole chicken, some ribs, and some pasta.
Okay.
No eggs and
Yeah,
eggs.
But
And
it's a
lobster.
refrigerator.
We're going to have to get you over there. You got to try.
I would love to go there.
It's a
But
great
I
Italian.
was about to say, you take eggs home? Because eggs...
No,
No,
just
not
eggs
eggs.
and
No.
lobster.
The eggs you got to eat right there. They're scrambled
I
eggs.
argue with a chick. I dated a girl. She argued with me. I said, eggs is not a next day food. You can't heat up eggs.
No, it gets gross.
Eggs has to be
Lobster
done
you could,
then.
though.
Then.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I worked with a chef once who I didn't trust after he said, I said, "Why isn't the mayonnaise in the refrigerator?" He goes, "Well, when you buy it, it's not in the refrigerator."
Oh, God.
Whoa.
Yikes.
It's also sealed, so...
Tony Price is on the line.
Tony? Oh, could we have Tony call in the third hour?
Could we?
Yeah, because we've got 10 people in here. That's probably not going to work out.
What do you think, Tony?
But if he can call back in the third hour, that'd be wonderful.
I'm pretty stuck where I'm at, so sure, I can call you in an hour.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, that'd be perfect. Thank you, sir.
You are so nice. I never seen this in a show where you.
That's what everybody's saying.
What would be
today. Like,
convenient
really
for
good.
you say to the caller.
Well, first of all, I knew you were coming in, so that helps. I love this guy. You're a phenomenal human being. You really are.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I
you
don't
are.
know what to do now.
Now you're gonna
I
feel
feel like
all
I
sad
should
for
die
yourself.
or something today.
Then I meet him this morning, but I didn't meet him, but I talked to him this morning. I said, "God, this is going to be great."
Can't believe
And,
this.
you know, Shai comes in and badmouths me.
I love you so.
Who bad at you?
Shai down there with the baseball cap. She's very nervous because she's never seen me without a hat on. So she's sitting down and going, "That's not the same person."
No, it definitely.
Not the same. Not the same deal. So you had a good time. I wish you'd have told me you were there. Well, you didn't know. Well, if you saw my car, you knew I was there.
No, we didn't know till we left. Yeah, because
till you left.
Lewis took me out,
love
and then we got there at 5, and then as we were leaving and pulling away, he thought he saw your car.
Yeah, because I got there at 5:30.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I was there at 5:30. There was the radio station won an award, so I had to go accept that. It was unbelievable.
Sounds so begrudging. Like, okay, they gave him an award.
It's really it's very humbling, but it also makes me really uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's been a lot of that going. Like they put me in the National Radio Hall of Fame, Andy. What'd you think of that?
Nice.
Look at you. Congratulations. Did you do your own Terrell Owens? You're gonna do your own little.
Call me TB and he's TO and I'm TB.
Are you gonna do your own thing away from them? Like I'm gonna just hold it at my old high school.
I love that he did that.
I'm not mad at him. It is what it is. Who cares?
Who's a player? The NFL player just came out and said, "I'm going to protest every game. I'll just pay the fine." Why would I care about that? If that's the way he feels, I got no problem with that. I take my hat off, put my hand over my heart, because what you and I were talking about, these wonderful things happen, and there's really no reason for them to have happened to me. So I'm grateful for that. But if he wants to protest and pay fines, I don't care. That's fine.
That's his
what
money.
you need to do.
Well, also Colin Kaepernick, he went to a Green Beret who showed him how to do a respectful protest. Yeah, this is what he's doing is respectful. It's like
I don't have any problem with it. I really don't. Look, I understand if you're a Gold Star family and you've lost a family member, you're going to take it a little harder than I am.
Right.
But that's a different situation.
My uncle served in the military, Vietnam vet. He gets it. Yeah. He understands it. He's not mad at anybody for what they do. You know, part of the reason why they fight is so we could, I guess, have the freedom to do what we want to do.
Act like jerks.
Yeah, they treated Vietnam vets like especially bad when they came home, though.
They did.
They still do now.
Well, yeah, but
I've
they do
heard
it
that's
differently.
exaggerated a little bit. I mean, I know it happened, but it makes it sound like all the people came home, they were attacked. I mean, it was not right.
Francisco.
It's not right if it was 4 people who were attacked.
They all came through. Yeah. Well, my brother was. My brother came back from Vietnam.
That's not right.
They all came through San Francisco, so they knew where they were coming from.
Right.
Here's the problem I had with that whole deal. I'm very serious about this. My brother was in Vietnam and in our house 24 hours later. I don't think you should take a combat veteran out of the jungle and put him back in his house in 24 hours. That's not a good idea.
There should be some sort of transition.
There should be some type of deprogram. You program them to be killers.
Yeah, you literally tear them down.
Killers.
Yeah, and then program them.
And that goes for anything. And that goes for sports. I think athletes should have to go through a deprogramming because look, you're not playing every day anymore.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
The same accolades and treatment that you used to get when you played every day, that's not allotted to you anymore. You're a regular civilian now. You did a job. You no longer do that job. Why are we giving you, this treatment that you normally get? Like, you're a regular person now.
That's
they also had no PTSD things back
They didn't have any of that stuff. I got PTSD like a madman.
Really?
I do, yeah.
I got relationship PTSD.
Well, I can understand because the way you approached it,
Yeah.
But how old did you say you were when you went through that mess with the women?
5 to 8.
Yeah, so
this is the first time I've ever talked about it.
Really?
Live.
See, this is what I'm saying. There's something going on in this room today. It's just one of those things. It's just
I've never talked about it, ever.
Wow. It's very brave of you to talk about it.
And the reason I brought it up is because the book that I'm writing, I know the backlash that is going to come from the women's side of things and everything.
They shouldn't.
But it will, because right now,
on a little boy.
You know how it is right now. Like Terry Crews, for example.
Yeah.
Terry Crews is on his platform to say I was assaulted or whatever.
Love him, by the way.
And no one's really coming to his aid.
Because look how strong he is. How could he possibly?
The big dude, whatever.
He's a big, right?
And then some women are like, "This is our time. Don't try to take our shine from us." If it happens, it happens. So when I started writing the book, and I went to the lady that's helping me. I'm writing a book about something I went through, and the lady I tell her the story about when I was molested, and she's like, "Oh my God." Find out she's attracted to me, but she says to me, "Oh my God," and she gets quiet. I said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm sad." I'm like, "Why?" She said, "Because I wanted to molest you today." This is the lady.
Oh my God!
This is the lady that's helping me write my book. Says to me,
Well, she's trying to be funny, right?
She was trying to be funny, but she was serious.
Yeah, but imagine a guy saying that to a
if
woman.
I say that to a woman,
God.
I don't work anymore.
No, you're done.
I don't live.
That's true.
I'm selling homeowners insurance.
To women. I mean, that's the problem.
I can assure you that no woman has ever said anything like that to me.
That's not
They
true.
said,
I've
please
seen it
move
happen.
down the table. You're creeping me out. Hey, but these days, are you telling me these days if I drop a quarter down a woman's bra, I can't go look for the quarter now?
Last night at Bar La Grasso,
It's my money.
we
Come
had all
on.
these executives at the table. There were like 14 people at the table. We're having dinner. And it's all these radio executives, right? And this woman, the Lori
That's a
Lewis
group.
thing,
Go ahead.
it was unbelievable. So I've known Lori Lewis forever. I love her. She's just wonderful. And the only Cuban woman named Ingrid in the world. She's from
Ingrid.
Cuba, and her name is Ingrid. Nobody in Cuba's name is Ingrid.
They all,
you know,
there's a
nowhere
whole
near.
group that moved down there.
You know the British invaded.
that group
The
a
one
little
family.
So Lori and Ingrid are very, very attractive young women, and they're very strong women, a lot of fun, and all the rest of it. So I got to leave earlier than everybody else because I got to get up in the morning.
Right.
So I say I got to leave. So they all came. I want to give you a hug. I want to give you a hug. And as Lori walks up to me, she says, "I got to warn you though. You know, when you hug me, it got really hot in here. My butt kind of sweated." I said, "I'm pretty sure I'm not going to grab your butt while I'm hugging you. I'm not doing that. That's not happening. So I wouldn't worry about how moist your butt is because I'm never going to know."
That's hilarious. Like my hiney's wet.
What's
What
going
are you
on?
just-
This is like
Andy,
the
what the hell you
doomsday
got
clock.
going? Well, where are we on the clock?
Yeah, that's the problem.
They lit you already, Andy?
Yeah, I get that. The light
You're out of here,
you know, when
sorry.
I get the light, what it means is, watch out, everybody. Hilarity is coming. Careful.
All right,
Big
when I
laughs
start
coming
the
through.
clock, we'll have 3 minutes to go.
You guys did get quiet as soon as that light started flashing.
Yeah, that was
They were
like, whoa.
Like, what's happening?
They program.
I'm going to walk off stage right now.
I was trying to figure out how to make it into a countdown timer, but I mean,
That didn't
that's
work.
not happening.
But that's all right.
There are
3
two
minutes, we'll take
things
a break,
labeled
and then we
timer,
have
and they're both up and down arrows. So I mean,
All right, well.
This is just.
We have 3 minutes to defuse
It's
this
just
bomb.
a
So go
day,
ahead.
Shy. It's just a day.
Yeah.
It's really weird here today.
I'm enjoying it though.
I am,
I
too.
like the energy today. It's good.
That's because you're here, Dana. That's because you're here. I know that's true. It's all true. There's no question.
I'm gonna leave after this break. I want you. This is Andy's time. I don't want to intrude upon this thing.
No.
Intruding.
No,
My
I know, but I've been here an
Can
hour.
you just stay
and
for
then-
like 5 o'clock tonight?
You stay. Everybody should stay. What is that? It's like I haven't had enough time to talk in my life. Come on. I'm like
We love you,
Mr. Interjection. I don't know. I think I left my delivery. I left my delivery in the hotel. But you know, when people say they like my delivery, you know what I say? It's DiGiorno.
It's not delivery.
It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Or Canada, Delicio.
Really? It's
Hilarious.
Delicio in Canada? I thought they were going to move to Canada. You still moving to Canada?
I will move. I know. I can't. I'm really every day. My wife can't hear one word of Trump. We're crying. We're weeping. I'm going to Canada, and I'm just preparing. And I'm going to England. So I don't know where I'm going to defect. But I'm working on my
One of those two.
defection
England
material.
or Canada?
I'm not really going to move, but I do get scared about it.
This is a tough week. This week was.
Yeah.
This was a challenging week.
Just because every politician we've ever had in this country is psychotic.
Not like it. This guy's like a new brand.
They have their
of,
own psychosis. They're all nuts.
I don't think any president has ever been that negative on the country that openly.
Bold.
I don't think
That he
there's any.
represents.
That's the
I don't
trying
think
to
there's
make
a
money.
line you can find that's even close.
He's just trying to make money. If you
don't
don't
know.
think he's going to go in business with Putin
Oh,
when he
he's
gets
for-
out,
absolutely.
he's absolutely going to tee it up and make billions.
No other president was a birther, though, that I can remember.
Oh, the birthers, yeah, the birther argument is I was a birther to you. I don't believe you were born.
I don't think I was.
That's hilarious.
Eastern European. You know,
Eastern
I'm
European.
all Eastern European because I went to those 23 and
Yeah.
but it was too expensive. I went to this place.
God.
They just handed me back a handwritten card that said, "You're mostly Jew." And stuff. Well, no, 98% though is what my sister's found out.
98% Jew.
Eastern European.
I'm like 3%. So you and I together is 101%.
And I'm
We make up a reformed
all
Jew.
white Europe. That's
I am
100%.
too, man.
That's me.
Well,
Is that you?
I don't know.
Mostly
I don't know if
Portuguese.
I don't know if Portuguese people are really white.
Well, yeah, that's that. Yeah. But yeah, my grandfather, who people thought was like the lower level, he's almost perfectly Jew or Portuguese, almost perfectly
Jew,
Portuguese.
Perfectly
I
Jew?
know, I did.
You got a lot of anger right below the surface.
We do have to take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Tom Barnard Show. Tom here for Sabre Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. When you call Sabre for service, you'll get a certified technician that's an expert at diagnosing, repairing, and installing heating and air conditioning equipment. Sabre Techs give you the service you need, not the other stuff that you don't need. When you combine that with Sabre's A rating for customer service and the best equipment from Bryant, you get exactly what you need. So make the call to Sabre Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today. Sabre and Bryant, whatever it takes. Tom Barnard here to tell you, Priority Courier Experts has immediate openings for drivers looking for more. Priority drivers are independent contractors who set their own hours, start from their own driveways, and deliver local on-call parcels and freight, which means you're home for dinner every night, and you get paid weekly. Right now, Priority's driver-friendly lease-to-own program has brand-new dock trucks, flatbeds, curtain sides, and tractor-trailers just waiting to be driven home. And Priority's also offering a $4,000 sign-on bonus to qualified drivers. So if you've got the skills, we can get you qualified to start driving a brand-new truck in as little as 3 days. Calling all drivers, come get the $4,000 sign-on bonus you deserve for all the knowledge and experience you bring to the delivery business. Call Roger or Eddie right now at 651-748-4477 or visit them online at Priority.com. Priority Courier Experts. Every time you call us, we deliver.
No, he's been since 81.
Oh, I thought he was 81 years old. Man, he looks good for 81
Well,
years
he's
old.
72.
Yeah, 72, really?
Yeah.
He's been around a long time.
What, we keeping you up down there?
He was also the best year of Dexter. The year he was the murderer in Dexter. He was the best year.
Yeah, that was a really good year for Dexter.
No, I'm rubbing off on her.
John Lithgow,
rubbing off on-
Dexter.
oh,
man.
I couldn't
Oh,
watch
yeah,
that
that's
show
right.
after a while because it was too scary.
Right.
Dexter.
Full
It got too
family
scary
over
for
here
me.
now.
It's a brilliant concept.
Yeah,
though.
brilliant.
It was
I was
a
like,
brilliant concept.
Started the Lithgow year was when I started to get
That was
scared.
that was a
Yeah.
great
That
year.
was a dark year. It was good though.
The
It
Trial
was
and Error is
good.
worth seeing. It's a funny show. So,
What's it on?
it's on
NBC.
It's on
Is it
Netflix now.
NBC?
Yeah, NBC.
First season's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
The second season started last night.
God, there's so many great things on TV now. You were talking about it earlier, how everybody's trying to force things on broadcast television, what used to be broadcast television, to try to keep in pace with the Hulu and Amazon.
Netflix and all that stuff.
Funniest thing on TV last year was, or the last 5 years, was Silicon Valley.
Absolutely.
That show is
Good show.
when Jason's sitting there and they have pizza delivered and he won't eat the pizza.
Yeah.
And they go, Jason, you're not having any pizza. He goes, I've never had pizza. My stepmother doesn't believe that Italians are really white people.
My dad is that same belief.
Your dad?
My
So you
dad
won't eat
does
pizza?
No, he'll eat pizza, but I'm saying he doesn't think that Italians are really white people at all.
I think that's wonderful.
That's funny.
That's a great argument. That's fantastic. Where's your dad? I got to talk to him.
Jersey,
He's in Jersey. What part of New Jersey?
South Jersey,
South Jersey?
Brigantine.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So where Bob's from? South Jersey?
He's from Tom's River, yeah.
Yeah, South Jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tom's River, Forked River, all that stuff down there.
You said that everyone's doing, Hulu and Amazon. I just signed a deal with UPS Ground. It's your TV show, yeah.
What?
Very excited about it. You know how I sold it? I added a shipping element. So it's going to be on and next week I have a meeting with FedEx Saturday, 2-day delivery.
2 days.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pitch
Look
them.
at you.
And I'm
Making
gonna
your
pitch
rounds.
Pitch them a show called Do Not Ship Blood.
That's why.
Well, there was a singer last year who literally advertised her coming out album on UPS trucks. It was
That is-
Taylor Swift.
Oh, it's Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
my
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it was. I remember
Do you think
that.
it was because Swift delivering Swift?
Oh, Swiftly.
I bet that was. Am I reading too much?
I
into
think
it?
you're reading too much into it.
UPS is Swift, and also I am Swift by my record.
Yes, that's exactly it. So basically, One thing
I thought you had a record for a second.
well, Andy's kind of wearing his UPS shirt today. He's got his brown. What can
Yeah,
Brown
that's
do
true.
for you? So that's good. That works out.
That's true.
So life is good, Andy. The family's good, except for you want to get a move
My move from where?
from America because
Oh yeah, but my whole family's that way. We have been well. First of all, Jews are frightened in general, and
in general, a little nervous.
And I still
Neurotic.
have a
Yeah,
Hitler
well, you were talking about-
Hitler Google alert because I don't trust that guy.
He's only 137. He's 137 now, so he could come back any minute.
But if you look back, it's like when Hitler first came up in the 30s and stuff. People were joking about him like they were joking about Trump. They thought he was he would never go anywhere. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying it's over.
It's not going to scare me.
I'm not trying to scare you. It's just over.
I will tell you something that's really kind of uncomfortable for me, and it just happened. I know 3 people that are really good friends with Donald Trump, and it's kind of weird.
Right.
I am Donald Trump in a mask.
Oh, you are? You're
Bet you didn't know that.
Hey, Tom, we're doing a show today. It's going to be wonderful.
Rocco, Mike, and who's the third?
Yeah, it's Mike Lindell, it's Rocco Mediate, and I can't remember who the third one is. I try to.
I think Mike gets used by him though, because
I
I
do
think
too.
Mike was a bigger success. I mean, Mike was a big
Mike
success
is
before he became
long
president,
before he
and he
ever-
uses
yeah.
Mike a lot. But Mike talks about how Christian Trump is, and
I
see
don't
something.
see that.
He sees something I don't see.
He's
He
a
sees
phony
a different
Christian.
word.
I will tell you this: when Art of the Deal came out in paperback, the only time I've ever talked to Donald Trump, I interviewed Donald Trump about Art of the Deal in paperback. Right?
Wow.
But check this out. So that was what 20 years ago, 25
20
years ago, maybe something like that. So he comes on and he goes, "Hey Tom, how you doing today?" I said, "That's not a very good Trump impression."
That wasn't bad.
That's okay. So he says, "Tom, how you doing? Wonderful ratings you have there. It's unbelievable. One of the most successful people in radio history, Tom Barnard. How's Catherine?" I said, "She's great. How about Andy and Alex? How are they doing?"
What?
He knew everything about me. His people
That's-
are incredible.
Oh, they get information.
That's Trump.
That is Trump.
That's
You're-
Trump.
he
No
knew
joke. He's
everything about
always
me.
that way.
It was weird.
That's uncomfortable.
It was really uncomfortable. Like
Because he's
at the
interviewing
time,
you now.
Andy was like 6 years old. Alex was 4 years old. He knows all about Andy, where they go to school. It was really
That's
weird.
Trump.
It's almost like if you get out of line, I know your stuff.
No,
you better
that's
be nice to
exactly
me in this
what it
interview.
is.
Yeah.
That's how he operates.
I'm gonna tell you my theory.
Okay.
And I'm gonna leave.
All right. And then I'm going to leave. I'll tell you my theory and leave.
Somebody asked me, how did he become president? And I said, what did he do before he became president? And they're like, what? He did real estate. He owned hotels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody stayed in
Plant
his
City, New
hotels.
Jersey.
Yep. That's
Every
true.
political, famous person, dictator, everybody stayed in his
All
hotels.
networking.
I feel like any information that he may have on anybody that's incriminating,
Oh.
he got it off of them when they stayed at these hotels.
Might have been right. You could
And these people can't come out and say anything against him because they're like, I got video footage of you. I got audio footage of you. I got stuff on you that could destroy you. Now you need to shut up and let me run this show. And if you come out and say anything, I'm going to destroy you. And the technology he got from the Russians.
But
Yeah.
they didn't think they were going to win election night.
It was a
they had-
spoof.
no, it wasn't smooth. Yeah,
I said it was a
I've been
spoof.
through tons of campaigns, and they did not think they were going to win.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why they've had such a mess with appointing people because they didn't have a whole bunch of people lined up.
No, they
people
did
who
not.
win
That's true.
have like all these people they're ready to bring in as soon as they
So
win.
did you believe-
He had no clue he was going to win election night. Something bizarre happened, whether it was the
Stealing.
people got to the polls, or unfortunately, if 3 of the states were rigged, which I hope isn't true
Oh,
because
I'm
I don't
sure,
want to
yeah.
see that in the United States, but they had no idea they were going to win that night. You can go back and watch the tapes. They were all set to just move on with their lives,
Right.
and then suddenly it's like, oh shit, we
So
got to run the
do
country.
you believe the theory that the theory was that Hillary and Bill went to Donald and was like, hey, run for president. You're not going to win, but it'll make it a good show.
Yeah.
It's
that
possible
looked
at
like
some
it.
point that could have happened.
And then Donald found out that he was just a farce, and he actually started to take it serious.
He kept winning. He every point you thought he was going to lose, he
Yeah,
thought he
that's
just turned
true.
around. I mean, he beat everybody
He
when
is-
it came down to it.
but you
There was a
understand he is a-
bizarre thing that happened.
You understand that he is America, though.
I hope not.
He's loud,
I hope not.
he's wrong,
Yeah.
and he doesn't care.
Yeah, I hope, and that's where you and I talk about.
I thought he was
you know,
talking about me, Andy.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes without saying. But the thing is, the thing is that I absolutely am convinced that he stole the election. But Republicans have been stealing the election for years with voter suppression. They're taking people's off the rolls.
Yeah.
Do you know how many more votes there would be? And scaring people, but don't go to your precinct today and all that kind of stuff. And it's almost as if the GOP message is unpopular, and they have to. But so I think for sure, all those, remember they were making up Black Lives Matter, fake Black Lives Matter protests, and then they were getting them to face off against other people. It's going to be it would be so hard to figure out how many people voted that way because of all the Facebook stuff.
So you don't think they're all
that's
nuts?
possible?
Do you think? Aren't they?
No,
all nuts?
I loved Obama. I was a big Obama fan.
Were you?
I was an Obama bot.
Really?
I loved it. I used to every day. I would be like, first of all, every day I would pray that nothing would happen to Obama because I was just so convinced.
I'm not buying you prayed. I'm not buying.
Well, yeah, my version of
your
praying.
version of prayer.
Like, I hope nothing happened to him.
Yeah,
That was it.
No, actually, I'm starting to believe in some kind of God
Well, you should.
because
Life is good.
And what's his problem? He's not getting my
What's
text.
He apparently doesn't get your jokes, and therefore
What are
there's
you
no
praying
support.
for that you're not getting, Andy?
I the praying. I went too far with the praying.
went too
I
far with
withdraw that
Is
statement.
it true though?
What are you texting him?
Do you believe much more in a being of some kind?
Oh, I've always. I mean, I've had doubts and stuff, but I've been really mad at these group of people called like they're new atheists. Are you familiar with them? Like Sam Harris and Richard Dawkins, and they're like really ganging up on Islam, and it's just so much reminds me of
but
Germany.
at the same time, you got this woman out in New York that is going to be a congresswoman or something.
Yeah,
and she said that she made the comment that Israel is occupying the Middle East.
Well,
there's people who believe
what
that.
What are you doing saying
I don't
that,
agree with it, but there are people who believe that.
Yeah, but you can't run around if you're trying to get elected in New York. There might be a Jew or two in New York.
I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish. I can't stand Netanyahu. So, but she probably meant the West Bank. Isn't that what she meant?
No, she just said Israel.
She's new. I'm voting for her.
You're unbelievable.
I will vote for her. The other guy was kind of cool too, though. He played guitar. The guy she beat.
Oh, Joe Dolly.
Yeah, they had him playing the.
He was a hard.
But he stopped. He didn't go to the debate. That was a bad mistake.
That was a bad idea. I just think we've given our politicians way too much power.
Yep.
All of them, Democrats, Republicans, all of them. They got way too much power. It's just not a good idea.
Do you know a lot of atheists?
I do not know.
I think atheists are just interesting because they're so narcissistic. They're not even willing to blame their faults on somebody. I'd rather just take full blame for everything that happened to me.
But they didn't used to be mean. When I was a kid, like I have a joke like the atheists used to just look depressed at a picnic. You know what I mean? What's wrong? What's wrong, Uncle Alan? Nah, there's nothing after death.
This is it. The corn on the cob.
Why should I eat the salad? I'm going to die anyway.
Well, you're right.
But then they got very mean with this movement, and it's very it's just mean spirited.
You know, I think people always been mean. I just think social media just
no
to know who you're dealing with now.
Well, you hear it, you see it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, don't you think that's everything in a nutshell, though? Everything's mean now.
Yeah,
everything's in your face. Everything.
No matter what it is, everything is mean. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's why my show is just total joy. I say, "How are you tonight? Are you doing good?" Mm-hmm. And then I just go down the road. And you know what, people? Let's all pray. I pray during my shows now.
Absolutely, that's
and then wrap it up.
I think I'm gonna do my show tonight. I don't think I'm gonna go see Andy.
You're gonna do your show now.
I'm gonna just do my own.
I
show
love
now.
that. Is the greatest tattoo.
Thank you, man.
Which one? The pen?
Yeah.
Other side is a mic. It looks like
microphone.
I would do it, but I want to be buried in a Jewish cemetery, right, Tom?
Absolutely.
You can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Why not?
If you have but I'm a Reformed Jew, which means my rabbi was a priest.
Oh, that's not good news, is it? Well, yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't know many people that absolutely say I don't believe in God. A lot of talk about it, but a lot of people don't. I guess I don't know.
People my age, when I grew up, I thought most of my friends were like lean towards atheism because they were, they were anti their organized religion. That's what I think most atheists really are just saying I don't believe in No, they just don't believe like the Bible's literal. But no, very few people
I say more
believe it.
agnostic.
How can you make it completely literal, though? If you get real literal, it's there's way too many things in there that.
And who would take it that? It's like I'm Jewish. I didn't try to sacrifice. I don't have a son, but I wouldn't have tried to sacrifice him because it said that.
Probably not a good idea.
Officer, hello, right there, officer. The Bible. At the last second, God's going to stop me.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking about this last night at this dinner we were at, that I consider myself to be very, very lucky because, you know, JB knows this and Michael knows this, that from the Mississippi River to Lindale in my neighborhood was all Catholic. Lindale to Penn was all black. And then Penn west to the city border was all Jews. And they literally, I'm not making this up. They literally put the Catholics, the blacks, and the Jews in this neighborhood and surrounded them with a freeway so he couldn't get out. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh, they did in Chicago, too. They did in Chicago, same story. But I consider myself to be so fortunate to have grown up in that situation where I learned all these different cultures, whether it's Catholicism, Baptists, Jews. It was great to see all that stuff. The different, parts of the culture. It's not a religious thing necessarily. It was a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing, right?
And I love it.
I think culture is
That's
more
what's missing now.
important than religion.
Yeah, I think you're
more
I know
about
what you're
culture.
talking about.
Well,
You know
at
what I
least they allowed the neighborhood to exist, not like in St. Paul where they wiped out Rondo.
Oh, Rondo was completely wiped off the map. That was
What's Rondo?
It was a Jewish neighborhood, or it was a black neighborhood in St. Paul.
In St. Paul, and it was literally the same freeway going east to west.
It's 94, yeah.
Right.
What you mean they wiped it out?
They tore down all the houses to put the freeway.
But that was also financial. It was easier to buy that and get that land.
That's true.
They eminent domained it.
Right, but it was easier to grab that land than if you go someplace else. So it's a financial, economic thing that the city does. I agree with you; they shouldn't have done it, but that's why they did it.
They did it in Philadelphia.
But why?
They did it in every
was
city
it
in
easy?
America.
But why was it easy to grab that land? You just said it was inexpensive.
Urban area.
Because it was owned by blacks.
You know about Move?
Yes.
In Philadelphia?
Oh, that was not
Where
good.
They bombed it out.
Dude.
Who was that mayor? That crazy mayor?
And he was a black mayor.
No, is that the one?
He
Oh,
was,
I'm thinking, is that when they bombed the house?
Bombed the house? The row house and all that.
Who was the guy before in Philadelphia who was really
Frank
hard?
Rizzo.
Yeah, Rizzo. That's right.
Frank
yeah.
Rizzo. I saw him once on camera. He's talking to this reporter. Oh, God, we run over here. This reporter walks up to him and he goes, Mayor Rizzo, I want to ask you a question. I don't know that a lot of people think your decision's very popular. And Rizzo looks up and goes, get away from me, you lush. Frank was a tough guy. Yep. You guys have been amazing. It's unbelievable.
Thank you, man.
I love you. I love Guy. I love you. I love you. Andy, I love this is what it's all about.
Did you say you love Gaia?
This is the podcast to end all podcasts.
It is for me today, I'll tell you that. This was an amazing experience.
I had fun, man. I appreciate you having me. Great
I love
time.
having you in.
It's always a pleasure
Great
to see you,
seeing
my
you.
friend.
I can't believe we haven't. I just found you on Twitter, but I can't believe that's not.
each other.
That's the way Jews passive aggressively want someone to follow them. I'm following you on Twitter, but there's no reason you need to. Whatever you feel is right. I'll sit in the dark.
That's fantastic. Phenomenal show. We'll be back. Tom Barnard Show.